Hello, everyone. How's it going? How was your vibe check? Were the vibes checked? Let me know.
I think they checked those vibes.
Did they?
Yeah.
I hope so, because if not, it's a tragedy.
Yeah.
If you did not. Hi guys. It's been a while. If those of you guys haven't been paying attention, I took 2 weeks off. I took a little vacation, and by vacation I mean I just stayed at home and did more work because I'm a crazy person. But I'm Jirard the Completionist, joined today by the amazing DJ Joe.
What it do, DJ Joe on the ones and twos coming at you from the other side of the room.
Yeah, literally that side of the room, right over there off camera. It's just Joe and I today. We're just chilling. We have a lot going on in the studio, and I know a lot of you guys are itching and wanting more Xplay and more Attack of the Show. We will be returning with bigger shows soon. We've just kind of been in this stasis vibe. We have a really cool stream coming up in a couple of weeks. In fact, a few cool streams coming up in the upcoming weeks towards the end of the year. So the newer Xplay stuff will be kind of happening. Give us some time. We are obviously in a transition state, but I promise you, we're working our asses off, and we're having a good time doing so, as we do here.
Yeah, the reason it's just me and Jirard right now is because they're cooking up something special for you.
Yep.
Up and through the building.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just...
It's not God of work. It's not God of work. I know a lot of you are saying that. It's not.
But it's pretty cool.
But it's pretty cool.
You know?
It's pretty dang cool.
So just chill with the two J's today while we get real spooky, because it's October.
Yeah. How many of you guys like Dead Space? Huh?
How many of you like space?
How many of you like space? How many of you like death in space?
How do we add them together?
So we're going to just jump in and play Dead Space 1. It's free on Xbox. That's where my brain's at. Free on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate right now. And we're going to jump into it. I'm going to play on medium just because I'm not trying to show you guys my gamer skills.
You're just trying to have a good time.
Guys, I complete games all the time. You get it. We get it. Jirard vapes, right? So we're just going to jump right into playing some Dead Space. If you guys have any questions for Joe and myself, you want to chit-chat, just want to keep the good times, the good vibes going the whole time, feel free to chat with us. We're just chilling.
Yeah.
We're just chilling.
What's your experience with Dead Space?
Oh,
games you like back in the day?
Okay, so fun fact, as a broke college student, I did not have a PS3, and I really, really wanted one. And so at my college, they had a Guitar Hero 3 tournament. And I was great at Guitar Hero 2, so I knew what was up. And at my college, I showed up, and they said whoever got the highest score got a free PS3. And I walked in there, and I got the highest score. I got a PS3, and the first thing I did was buy Dead Space.
That is the most gamer shit you've ever said to me.
This is the first genuine platinum trophy I earned.
You got a high score to get a console.
Well, I forgot. Actually, no. Trophies were not out yet when this game came out, because that's how weird PS3 was.
Yeah, they introduced them because Xbox launched with achievements, but then they introduced trophies like 2010.
I think around that time. So I don't think that this was trophy ready, but very shortly afterwards it came out. I think trophies came into play. But yeah. What about you, Joe?
I did play. So I played Dead Space 2 in college.
Yeah.
I don't think I had an Xbox at the time when Dead Space 1 came out. So I retroactively went back and played it.
Yeah.
I haven't played them in a while, but I do remember liking them. And they're just so grimy, and that's what I love about them. Like, I love good creature designs.
Yeah.
I love good dismemberments, and this game's got it aplenty. So I'm excited to go back to the Nostromo and see some horrors.
Oh yeah.
Silicon,
oh yeah.
Osmium.
What's going on with the chat? What are they up to?
There she is. We have visual
they want to know
contact.
if you will also play Dead Space 2.
I have played Dead Space 2. So I've completed both Dead Space 1 and 2. Got the platinums on both. You can check out my New Game Plus videos on them. I recently did Dead Space 2 during the pandemic.
Why is it all dark? I don't see any red
I
lights.
have not played Dead Space 3.
Take us in closer and help.
I mean, that's probably for the better.
stay clear of that
I
debris
rented
field
it,
where
played
you
a
had to
couple
fix
levels,
that
and
shit.
said this was
Okay,
not the
umbrella.
flavor I was looking for.
So fun
Ishimura.
fact, and
This
this
is the emergency
dates
maintenance
me
team of the
as a
USG
content
Killian
creator.
responding to your distress
Because Dead
call.
Space
Come in,
3,
Ishimura.
I believe, is 10 years old.
Yeah,
You're gonna need to put
2012.
signal
Yeah,
for
2013.
powers
It's gonna be
Oh, it's 10 years next year.
Yeah.
The signal.
So I had a no brand deal rule on my
Never
channel.
heard of a total
I never did
communications
brand
blackout on
deals.
one of these things.
The
You'd think
first
with 1,000
brand
people
deal,
on
one of the
board,
first
someone
brand
would
deals I
pick up
ever
the phone.
did was Dead Space 3. I was so excited to play Dead Space 3. I couldn't believe that it was the most fun I've ever made in my entire life
It's
on
a busted
YouTube. I was
array like
so
we
excited to
thought.
play Dead Space
Sounds
3.
like they're having problems with their
And
encoder.
I played it,
You get us down there and Isaac and I can
and
fix
I
it.
was so
48
unhappy with the
hours
game.
max.
And I thought maybe it's just a demo, maybe it's just like the preview build. And then the internet shadowed me for it.
Damn.
And I was like, well, never playing Dead Space 3 ever again. And I never touched it.
I mean, that's that again. Probably for the best.
Yeah, right.
A good question for Techno News. What are some of your favorite non-electronic media hobbies?
Are you insane?
Non-electronic media hobbies. Oh man, I feel like an idiot because I don't really have any. I'm all techno boy. For a while, it was collecting Nintendo Power magazines. I went through that phase of my mid-20s.
Is everyone okay?
What?
I'm trying to think what else.
What the hell were you thinking? Were you trying to get us killed?
I just saved our
Look at
asses,
that
Miss
weird.
Daniels. If we had
You just
aborted
see
at
his
that
face.
speed and distance, we'd have smashed right into the side of Ishimura. Now settle down.
Oh
Let's get to
man,
work.
I don't know. What about you, Joe?
Report.
I'm not getting any readings from
I
the port
like building
booster,
model
and we've
kits,
lost comms
reading
and
comic
autopilot.
books. I mean,
It'll
generally
take some time
just
to
like
fix.
All right. Let's get some
reading,
extra hands from flight deck to help out.
in general, and writing. Like, I know it's my job, but I still like writing for myself. So,
Yeah.
especially just having a job in video
Hey, we're done.
games,
Cleaned
I
all
do
the
like to
house for
have
everyone.
just media that breaks me out of looking at a
We've
screen
still got a job.
Totally.
and going to the movies. I love movies. I'll talk your ears off about movies.
Movies is my jam. I will also talk movies. I will say though, since the pandemic, I've seen the least amount of enjoyable movies that I've wanted to see.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of trash on Netflix. And,
Well, yes, Netflix, man. Like
Yeah.
their batting average is low. This is a question I think I can take. What series is getting the everything playthrough next? I don't know because we're kind of hot in review season right now. So
we're gonna be I think it's gonna be. I know. I don't know if I can confirm this. We are doing a video on Dead Space fairly soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be doing a lot of reviews for the next upcoming months.
So if you love those Xplay reviews, we got those
We
for
got a
you.
lot of them.
Um,
And a lot of them.
We got a Metal Gear video coming out this Saturday, which will be interesting. We got an interview that Danny did with Ed Boon, the creator of Mortal Kombat, that comes out tomorrow.
Which is really cool. That's really cool that we got that.
Yeah, I watched the interview. It was great. I'm looking forward to see what you guys think. But, come December, January, we'll probably be back in the lab cooking up some more
Yeah,
ridiculous.
doing our best.
We'll find something else to drive Jake insane. Don't you worry.
We'll get there.
Speaking of Jake, has Jake forgiven you for the TMNT video yet?
I want to say no, but he's definitely been in a fugue state of stress, so it's very possible.
Okay. It took me a while to get that. From Bill, lots of numbers at the end of it. What do you predict Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom will be about, Jirard?
It'll be about,
Well, there's not.
in that universe, discovering
I can't pick up
all
the
the events of
broadcast.
Skyward Sword and how that affected the kingdom below.
I'm not big on the Zelda lore, to be honest.
I'm just guessing and speculating.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I feel like we've seen so little. It's hard to be like,
Yeah.
that first trailer I remember looking really dark and creepy. So I hope there's like some mild horror elements as you
Yeah.
progress through the game.
I want it to be like Majora's Mask, where it's like a little chaotic and a little different.
Yeah, that's probably the first Zelda game I ever was like, oh, okay, I'm picking up. Like all the dark, weird Zelda games are the ones that most resonate with me.
Yeah.
And then Breath of the Wild.
Y'all ready for the horror to start?
Y'all ready for some spooky spooks?
Everyone get scared.
This one's for me. Favorite MCU film. That is hard. I mean, Black Panther. I feel like Endgame is like, it's just, you gotta like put it on the side because it's such a just nothing like that's ever existed before and probably won't exist again.
It won't. No.
Yeah, it's just you can't. It's cheap. So I'd say it's probably a tie between Black Panther and the Winter Soldier. And Guardians Volume 2 is up there. I think that's a really slept on Marvel movie. The ending will always make me cry. Love Guardians 2. How about you?
I love the idea that Isaac is like using a digital yo-yo while he's watching everyone. Oh, this part is so cool. Favorite MCU movie? That's hard, man.
Give me your top 5. Top of your head.
I want to say Infinity War because it's tragic.
Yeah.
I love tragic stories.
My friend
Hello!
Oof.
Oh, he's gone.
And I didn't believe him.
Yeah, I'd say Infinity War is up there. I really like the first Avengers. Ooh, look at that guy. You're cute. I think Iron Man 3 is underrated.
Agreed.
I think Iron Man 2 is weird.
It's just doing too much.
Yeah.
From Travis Guag, what movie would you love to see in space? Now, by that, do they mean a movie you would like to watch in space, or a movie that would be good set in space?
Ooh. RT is punch and RB is stomp. Just like the Lord intended. There we go.
But before we answer that question, we got to take a break.
It's break time already?
It's break time already.
We haven't even killed the first necromorph.
I know, man, but you know, we got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
So stick with us. We're gonna kill some necromorphs, do some gross stuff, and you can ask us more questions.
Yeah, we're chilling.
So
I'll just play with the digital yo-yo here.
all right, see you guys in the
Bye,
few.
guys. See you soon. Oh. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Xplay Kickback. You got DJ Joe, you got Jirard the completionist.
If you guys want to see what Jirard is doing right now, warning, it's horrific.
Yeah, guys, when you're playing Dead Space, it's important to realize that you have to do what the game tells you to do. It says cut off the limbs, but in our case, we're saving the ammo.
And you just
So
stomp
you're
them.
stomping off the limbs. I don't know if I would have the superhuman strength to do so. I don't know if I'd even want to, but it is good practice.
I mean, you know, I'm also a no on either of those.
Yeah? You know, you're not a fan of it?
So 2 good questions during the break. since we started talking MCU, any thoughts on Werewolf by Night? I watched it last night. Thought it was good. Surprisingly gory. Fun time. Worth a watch. You said you haven't seen it yet.
Not
right?
yet, no.
Yeah, so, good. 8 out of 10. Would watch again. But this is a question for you.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Super Mario movie trailer?
I am very excited for the movie. I think it's going to be a fun time. I know everyone is hating on Chris Pratt, but I want to give him some credit just because I personally think that this is going to try and do a little more like lore-ish things of like remembering where Mario came from. So it's going to be like, I think Mario and Luigi are going to be from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? They're going to be from New York proper. And, you know, until we see more, until we hear more, let's just go with it.
I just love that you're talking about, you know, lighthearted Mario as you're stomping the limbs off someone. Nothing.
Look, if you can learn anything about today, I'm very good at this game in the sense of just stomping the limbs off. That's all I'll do. I might lose to a boss or a cutscene or, you know, a quick time event or something, but we will stomp off every limb. There will be no survivors. Ooh, credit.
Including us. We probably are going to die at some point.
Yeah. Not to get too dark, but it does. Life comes for us in all ways, right?
True. It all ends the same for each one of us, just in different ways. Dead Space guy didn't skip. Stern, but Dead Space guy didn't skip leg day. Facts.
Never.
Facts. This is a good question. Which Xplay member would last the longest in a zombie spaceship?
Oh man.
I think Megan.
You think Megan would?
I think she'd be resourceful.
Is Megan our Ripley of the studio? She's like,
Yeah.
able to like duck and dive her way through it all.
Yeah, I mean, she like handles shit. Like Megan,
Yeah.
and I think also Jake would have like a ruthlessness.
I think if we're talking about pure athlete, I'd probably die first for sure
I think
in the
I'd
current
be.
form.
I think I'd be the guy that's like surviving, and then like I open a door, and then all of a sudden, just alien just stabs me through the chest.
I feel like Emily would die because she sees like a cute puppy and wants to save it.
So you think the baby is in Dead Space 2?
Oh, she'd be the one that's like, "Whoa, it's a babe," and then, sorry, Emily. You're all welcome to come in here and argue with us otherwise, but you got to
True.
come in here. So
Yeah, and I believe you guys are busy doing some spooky stuff
yeah,
outside of here.
true.
Someone's replying to something, and I want to see what it is, and now I got to go all the way up. Oh, that's what it is. Have you seen the G4 alternate dub of the Mario trailer?
No.
Neither have I. Drop it in the chat, and perchance we shall watch it.
Did you see that dumb tweet I made when the Mario trailer came out?
I didn't. I don't have Twitter. Fun
First
fact.
off, I'm very happy for you. You must feel good.
Dude, since deleting it, well, oh man, I feel so good.
Oh shit. Pardon me. Hold on.
Ugh.
Just nice and moist. Give me stuff. Give me your stuff. Oh, I saved on accident. Why not? I took Gangster's Paradise and I put it over the trailer of the Mario movie.
Oh wow, like the OG Sonic trailer.
Yeah. It got stupid engagement.
I'm going to break the audience's illusion and come to the other side of the camera because you know we're just fixing tech stuff on the fly here.
Oh, is something wrong?
Audio of the game. Let's see if...
Tell you what, it's actually I turned the audio down on the TV completely.
Oh, fun. So
Maybe that was what that. I don't know. I thought I already did that, but oh, well, you guys know the truth. Remember, every day you're stomping them. Remember what LMFAO sang about?
that is exactly what that song was about.
Yeah. Bum 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 bum.
But necromorphs don't have pockets for cash, though. You don't know that. Given how their bodies have mutated, they might have
You know,
genetic pockets.
That's a good point. Getting some Crezzies.
Chan says Jake would go full Negan. I could see that. Jake with a bat. Oh,
Yeah.
Man.
He would go full Negan.
Here's a question: are you more hyped about Callisto or the Dead Space remake?
You know, I can't say either because I've ignored trailers for both. I have I aside from the ones I've seen reacted on the Game Awards and Summer Games Fest, I've tried to like actively ignore them.
I've seen a lot of Callisto trailers. I haven't searched much for Dead Space. Personally, I'm more excited for Callisto just because I've played Dead Space before. It's still a great game. I'm sure they've made some solid quality of life improvements, but with what I've seen of Callisto, it looks like a real good evolution of that style of gameplay.
I hope it's good. I hope both are good. Dude, it got so dark in here so quickly. Holy crap.
Ooh. You know some spookiness.
The one light that is in the room is not helping.
It just feels bad. Oh, we were talking about this during the break.
Yeah.
But games, like, we don't talk enough about sound design in games. Because, like, watching you play this, so much of the terror and the impact of the weapons is in that sound design. Like, you just feel
the
it.
stomping and the squishing and even the visceral, like,
Yeah.
you can feel his chest as he's just swinging as hard as he can.
Shout out to Foley
Crunch.
artists.
Shout out to Dead Space 1 also for having the ability to walk and shoot at the same time. It took Resident Evil 6 to do that.
Yeah. You know, Resident Evil 6 is, like, one game I do want to see get remade.
I hope so too.
Simply because my theory on remakes is always, like, don't remake the classics, remake things that started bad, but, like, have room for improvement.
Yeah.
I think there's a good game in Resident Evil 6 if you just clean up that story, streamline some of the gameplay mechanics, and, like, really make it... If you're going to make a big budget zombie blockbuster,
Oh!
what left? I don't appreciate
I'm
that.
so mad that you did that. Not cool, Lev.
Yes,
you did.
You did.
Yes.
God.
It's
Well,
Halloween time, baby.
we've got showrunner Michael Leffler here, a.k.a. the world's #1 Avatar stan. How you doing?
Am I the number one? That's a low bar if I'm the number one.
Well, you're the only Avatar
Shoot,
stan I've
no!
met, so I'm going to give you #1.
You're number one in Joe's circle. I'm doing good. We just finished shooting some fun comedy stuff outside. So that's
Is
why.
it all done finally?
It's done. Well, it's done for today. We got one more day of fun filming stuff. You gotta know your lines, Jirard, for Friday.
Oh man.
Dang.
Yeah.
Come and
I'm
do
not-
the kickback with work stuff. We're just trying to hang out, man.
I'm not implying that Jirard doesn't know his lines. I'm just saying.
I don't read the script. Script reads me.
The script reads me. Like I thought I would play this as if this was in a French cafe. And it's like, Jirard, that's not the scene. That's not the scene. So what is it's a dumb question I shouldn't ask on a live stream.
No, go ahead. You are the Avatar expert.
Is this the did they do a remaster of Dead Space 1?
No, this
Not a
is
remaster.
the-
I mean,
Like a HD port?
yeah.
No, this is
Is this the?
the original
Yeah.
on running on an Xbox. Oh shit.
This looks better than I thought it would.
Yes.
I feel like I've been having that with going back to a lot of 360 games.
Mm-hmm.
I've been downloading them on the Series S, and so many of them still hold up visually.
Yeah.
I think it goes to show like what a good art style can do for you.
When I know they had like the lighting, like that reactive lighting you see on the column.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was stuff that they were stoked because we just did a bunch of research. We have a Dead Space VOD coming up.
I didn't want to reveal what it was, but
No,
I
yeah.
did say that we did shoot one. So
Yeah, but that was part of it is like because it was developing like on. They built the initial demo proof of concept on like a cranked up overclocked Xbox original dev kit. And but that would talk about the 360. They could do that I don't know what it's called, the term, the reactive lighting, like where it's like he can light the light up and you actually get it on the.
It's like reflecting
It's
off
flash,
surfaces
yeah.
and stuff. That's cool.
Oh man, is this where I'm supposed to go?
Actually, a question: have you seen the Avatar re-release yet?
Oh, I did not. I did not go to the theater, although they have some sneaky high frame rate that they did, I think, for the re-release, which I think is the right way to go. Cameron, okay, chat. James
So you're
Cameron.
about to experience what it's like to work at Xplay.
James Cameron is a genius, and I'm not saying Avatar is the greatest movie, but I'm saying, like, if James Cameron is gonna, the way they're talking about high frame rate, which I really hated. I saw like
The Hobbits were terrible.
they're-
Like beyond just high frame rate, but especially in high frame rate.
yeah, they're to not reveal my sources about high frame rate in The Hobbit, because I do have inside information on that. They
Peter
And it-
Jackson walks in with a gun.
so
Hello, Lef.
someone who was involved in a process in somewhere within production to distribution of The Hobbit. Looked at the projection and thought they would be fired because they thought it was broken. And then when the person that knew what it was supposed to look like said, "Looks great," and they're like, "Oh, this is what it's supposed to look like."
Yeah.
So that was an indication, like on not just the folks on the couch at home, but to some people involved in some part of the process.
Well, it's also the thing with the Hobbit movies is that like so special effects were made for 24 frames per second. So when you double that frame rate, those effects immediately look faker. And it'd be fine if they did more practical effects, so it's just people actually doing it. But like when you have these like effects that were meant to be seen at a certain like frame rate, like when old boy was like floating on the lava, that lava looked so damn fake. Or just seeing like the wolves running over the hills and it just looked like a PS3 cutscene. It
Yeah.
just takes you out of it.
When it's interesting, so because like video games have a high frame rate, like it's like locked at 60 FPS and all of that, and that helps because you're like reacting to things. You need to not be losing information, but I feel like
Oh, Jirard, you are.
oh nice. We're
It
all,
did
It is
nothing.
still not
you have
even
one
dead.
bullet left. I hope you stomp that.
Just one more time to be safe. You know what? Just another. There we go.
You're just like
Ah!
just, oh okay.
Give me stuff.
Cut off their limbs.
Don't you love getting paid
Oh, that's
to kill
the one thing I'm
monsters?
very good at.
Yep.
Is cutting off the limbs. I'm
Yep.
an
That's-
expert.
That's
Just-
what's written on the wall, right? It's like
Oh, yeah.
cut off their limbs.
yeah.
it's
I
us-
translate it as squish them like grapes. Is what the.
Where does it? Is this? I mean, this is not. What is the scariest game of all time? Is it Silent Hill 2?
I think I don't know if Silent Hill 2 is the scariest game of all time. It's just
I
like
just
the
recently
most.
played Silent Hill 2, and I wasn't that scared of it.
I think it's just more affecting because it's like a psychological horror game. So it's like a lot of the themes it deals with are just like. I think maybe for you as someone who's like a husband and a father, I don't mean that like dismissively. Like
I feel very like called out right
it just
now.
It might like hit you in a different way because it's like really about just like some like. It's just Whereas I don't know. I think Silent Hill 3 is pretty good. Like it's just like
Yeah.
grimy. And honestly, Dead Space might be up there.
That's what I was gonna say. I didn't want to because I feel like saying like Dead Space 1 is like the scariest game of all time. I feel like that's not true, even if it feels like it's pretty close to for me, because there's a few beats.
Well, we'll talk more about those beats in a moment left because we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more Dead Space. I don't want to jinx it, guys, but I haven't been attacked yet, so it feels pretty good. I've kept them at bay. But we'll see what happens after this elevator. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone. We're back. We're back. Sorry, we had an audio problem. We're trying to make it so you guys' ears weren't so crunched and destroyed. Spoiler alert, we couldn't figure it out. So we just said, you know what? Everyone's getting crunchy noise in their ears.
You know, it's the G4 way. It's the G4 way.
Yeah, that's the new logo. The new G4. It's got a crunch to it.
It's crunchy this
It's
time.
crunchy this time.
Extra crunchy.
It's new G4 now with crunch.
Oh, well, that's bad. We're really reflecting the industry recovery.
It depends. It depends because crunch to me is like a crunch bar, like a crunch cookie.
Yeah, it's like egg salad. You
Yeah.
get some crunch in the middle.
Yeah. Let's get back to gameplay real quick so you can enjoy the crunchiness with us. So we just came back here. These guys are already here. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that one of them is
fucking
real.
Oh, you think? Oh,
There we go.
Good call.
There we go.
Boom.
Yep.
Before we went to break, we were talking about PT. I do think it constitutes as one of the scariest games of all time because it's a game you could play. Just because it wasn't an 8-hour experience doesn't mean it didn't scare the shit out of me.
That's true.
So
I
yeah.
don't know. It's hard. It's like a demo for a game we never got.
Wait.
Pour one out for Silent Hills.
There's one behind me. There's one behind me.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh my gosh, it's so.
Man, this
Take a seat. Take a seat. Take a number.
What happens if you just shoot the arms off and you let it walk around like a weird mannequin?
It crawls. It somehow
Would
crawls.
it still kill you? Would it bite you?
Oh yeah, there's an animation.
You should
where
just let it do
No.
that. You should just try
Left.
it.
I don't want to let
Just
it.
try it.
No. The creepiest death animation in this game is that when one of them dies, they rip off your skull, toss your skull to the side, then put themselves in your suit.
Oh, and
then
they like crawl in
control
there.
your
like,
body. It's so
ugh.
gross.
So for PT, the question for PT, Joe, is does it pass the Joe threshold of it's a game? Is it even a game?
Yes, it's a good ass game.
Okay.
At that. No, I remember playing that game with my girlfriend at the time. And so she's just like on her phone doing her thing, and I'm just like getting more and more tense going through that hallway. And there's one point where like you turn around and it's like a jump scare, like the creepy demon lady is in your face.
Yeah.
I legitimately like leap up in the air, grab the blanket, and just go under. And
Oh,
game
come on.
has ever done that to
Stop.
me. So like,
Sit.
it's gotta be in the
Stay.
conversation.
That makes-
Roll over.
Well, and I
I
understand.
wasted a stasis.
So I agree that it is a game, especially because it actually sparked. You could argue it like sparked off an idea of like indie games where it's that like the loop, the closed looped hallway, like where it's like
How do you reload in this? Is it?
I don't know.
not-
I
it's
don't
not
have the control.
those-
Press a button.
Well, is it Y?
Oh,
No,
if
it's
you're
not
trying to
X.
free up some to
Yeah.
snag
Oh, it's
extra,
just A. Great.
Yep.
There we go.
you just got to load up. You got a maximum ammo.
Yep. Just trying to optimize a little bit.
Someone in the chat.
Optimize your fear.
That necromorph just wanted to speak to you about the extended warranty on a vehicle you don't own is
No.
about to expire. And that's what we do to those people who call us about that.
Yeah.
But as you were saying about PT and indie games starting that closed loop.
Oh yeah, it was so like the idea, like even though it was a demo for a game that we never actually ultimately got,
It did start a revolution.
Yeah.
it did, and also like it could be you could upload it as a solo title now, and it would not like a $60 title, but like you could put that up on Steam
For, like, $10
like for $10,
Yeah.
and people would be stoked. Like
It
Yeah.
was the spark that lit the fire for so many horrific nightmares.
is there actually? I'll ask this. So I don't know a lot about the back rooms. What do you know about the back rooms, Joe?
Everyone's talking about it.
Like
That's
this,
what I know.
so I thought it was like a thing, and I didn't realize it's like a category of like
Yeah.
creepypasta.
No, I didn't really know about it until Susie brought it up when she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, but it makes sense. Like, as soon as you hear the word backrooms, you're just like, I don't want to go in there.
What do you? Okay.
What?
Do we go for HP, Stasis module or cutter?
When your back's against the wall, you got to go with stopping power. You got to bet it all on stopping power.
So
Like, just
cutter.
don't let them get to you.
Because you can increase your HP, but you're just gonna take longer to die.
It's true.
You know?
I'm all like, you got to kill them quick, and if it gets drawn out, like, you're screwed.
See, it depends on the game. I'm usually more of a like buff out HP kind of guy. Like HP then strength. But for something like this, you know, if you're gonna get me, you're gonna get me. I'd rather be able to just take
How
you out.
little space
Chat? Can we do? How do we do a? I should
poll?
know all this embarrassing things to ask on a
I
stream.
think we ask,
Can
and
we
then
do
someone
it?
does it.
Can we
You
do a
just
poll?
asking someone in the control room or someone watching
Just like,
does it.
just like ask into the
Oh,
microphone.
shoot!
Can we get if somebody's listening up there in Twitch heaven,
Twitch heaven.
put up a let's see how much the audience. Do you go for HP or stopping power? What do you vote? Let's see if it pops up, and then we'll know if anybody's watching.
The trick to knowing that something is dead is that it gives you an item. That is the best test you can give yourself.
Oh, you know it was a good one. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I did a good job
You got-
because money exploded from underneath the guts of this disgusting. Ah! I knew you were dead. You got me.
I've been playing Resident Evil 2 Remake,
First time?
first time, and because I didn't have a PlayStation back in the day, so I
Yeah.
never really played. I didn't pick up Resident Evil until 4,
Yeah.
and then was like all in. But I know that was the inflection point of the franchise. But 2, it's like so I'm like going in blind. Something's where I'm like, oh, this is I'm like connecting dots of things that I knew that I never experienced.
Right.
But I'm definitely like running out of stuff all the time. And I was like, I think this is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
But am I
like,
bad?
yeah, well, I did. So I did shoot all the dogs.
Oh, ah!
Oh my gosh, the little arms.
Ugh.
The little arms coming out, the Quado arms coming out of the stomach.
Oh,
The
God,
worst
it's just
part,
gross to look
I
at.
keep turning
Oh.
to you like we're having a conversation, and I just,
Don't look away.
I know. I just,
Chat is on. Okay, stop. We got DPS or HP.
It's-
DPS.
Yeah, so DPS wins. People want stopping power over HP.
all right,
yeah, I
well, Twitch chat, or chats, both YouTube and Twitch. I must abide. So we're going glass cannon.
The glass. It's my only speed.
Bigger bullets. You don't have
ever-
to worry about them killing you as much if you kill them first.
Are there a lot of Gattaca fans in chat?
Oh my God,
the movie?
Gattaca? What year is
So
it here?
stick with me. So something that's always stuck with me off that movie at the end when he's like, is it Ethan Hawke? Ethan Hawke was like
I think Jude Law.
was like the regular guy. Oh, yeah. No, Jude Law
What
is
does
like
that
the
say?
Olympian.
Interstellar
Yeah,
Sports?
it's like the brother, whatever. Anyways, he's like, you know how I could beat you
What?
when he's like swimming. He's like, I never saved anything for the way home, and you're like, it's like a touching moment, all this stuff. But that's what always plays in my head is like the thing of like, yeah, I got nothing in the tank. But if I don't stop you here, that's it. Something that always trips me out in this game is when they have like the light sources that are swinging. So you get movement. You get movement out of the corner of your eye, but it's not an enemy. That like, always like messes with me anytime a game does that because which is very real when you're like out in the woods or whatever, and it's like something blows and you're like, what's that thing? No, it's not. It's just a shadow. But it's a very clever.
All right, we're on board and heading to the bridge. Good work.
Strange. The quarantine just lifted.
So, what are some of your like favorite games? I never really talked to you about your.
Oh, my favorite games?
Yeah.
Top Mass Effect 2 is one of my all-time like
Solid.
great like gameplay experiences. In that, so that's like definitely top of the list. I'm trying to think about like stuff that's a little more recent.
It ain't gotta be recent. It could be from back in the day.
So this is like if you want to go like OG Star Tropics on the NES.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, anybody?
Have you ever used the water technique or from the manual?
Manual? That's I did that shit for real, and I was so like sometimes you would like I would lose the manuals, and like I have because I think it wasn't in the manual, it was a piece of paper that was like packed in with it.
Water? What was it? Water or heat?
It was. I think what was it? I think you put it in water because it's like but it's like they did that like that was like Kojima like
Levels of-
Metal
yeah.
Gear 2, like you got to move the port. Is it 1 or 2 where you got to move the controller port?
Port 1 to port 2 is
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's
Or
like,
or Metal Gear Solid 1 also check the back of the
box
the back of the
with the-
box.
yes. It's like that where it's like the outside of the system, outside
Yeah.
of the game system, like type stuff. And I remember that I was like, whew, glad I didn't throw that away when I was a kid. But that was like that's an OG title that I loved. The Mass Effect 2 is definitely one of my biggest. I love Gears of War. I love Gears 2 probably the most. And then like the later Gears game, like as soon as you start fighting robots, like it just kind of like
Yeah,
it
1
lost
through
the
3,
step.
perfect trilogy. 4 and 5, like they're not bad on a gameplay
Right.
level, but just that drive isn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it's missing. It's like, so I guess spoilers for upcoming content. We got to interview Cliffy B, and I didn't realize how personal those games were to that team. Like you could feel it in those games, and like that spark is missing in 4 and 5. Like on a mechanical level, they're completely competent, but you just don't feel that like this means something to the people who made it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So and like the and I think it's an interesting. What I love about that franchise is like, you can't jump. It's like everything feels so heavy and like solid.
Yeah.
I love it. So my favorite thing about this is like it looks like you're just stomping original Xboxes.
I hate the Xbox original.
It's so big. Why is the controller giant?
It's all about the 360 now.
I don't have the Rock edition. I don't want it then. Remember when the Rock came out to debut the Xbox and it was in the shape of an X? He's like, it's going to be the way of the future.
The original?
Yeah.
Really? I don't remember that.
Someone made
Hello?
Oh, these.
I mean, someone made a good analogy of like it sounds like Halo after 343 took over.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm an old man. I don't know. I'm 87 years old. I don't know if you can't
But
tell.
you don't look a day past 73.
That's so kind of you to say, Joe. I'm trying to think. So I not to overshare on the stream, but like I have a couple of kids, and like once you become a parent, your time for gaming goes. That's why I like all my picks. I'm trying to think of something recent. I love Horizon Zero Dawn. I love that world. I love that like all that world building. I haven't played Forbidden West yet. I want to get to it, but I'm tuning back up on God of War 2018 to get ready for Ragnarok. But I'm like, I don't have like a huge recent. It's not best of time, but I loved Resident Evil Village. I went back, I played that, and like of recent games that I have actually had a chance to tuck into. That felt like very. I haven't lined it up 1-to-1, but Village and Resident Evil 4, I feel like they looked at it and they were like, "How do we do this experience again?" Like it's more, even though it's like because it's the new one off of 7. It's like the new thread off of Resident Evil 7, but like Village especially feels like 4 just different.
Yeah.
It's like even things. And then I was like, oh, we got to have a lagoon water monster. We got to have like those beats that are very deliberately like.
There's werewolves.
See, I still haven't played 7 or Village, and I want to. It's just perpetually
7 is like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I played a little bit of it. I played a little bit of it in VR, and I was like, this is too much. I'm just gonna stop.
Here he is. Captain Benjamin Athias. Location,
Let's see. What?
Who's peeking on in? Who's peeking on in? Is that Danny Pena?
Oh, you.
Host of Gamer Tag Radio up in the building? What'd it do?
you'll find his rig with his other
Where is it? Let me
I
see.
heard you guys are playing Dead Space.
Yeah,
And
dude.
so you had to show up.
Welcome.
You summon.
All-time favorite game.
Dude,
Really?
Is this your favorite game? No.
For the 360, yes. This
For the
and Alan
three-
Wake.
Well, so we're talking about favorite
Oh,
games.
yeah,
What are some
Alan
of your
Wake.
favorite games, Danny?
Forgot about-
My favorite games, horror games. All horror games. So like Fear, Dead Space. I like Resident Evil, of course, but when this game came out during that time, it was something totally different.
special.
Yeah. I even played Dead Space on an iPad. Totally different game.
Yeah.
Totally different story.
You
yeah.
played
The
you played
mobile-
the
the
mobile
mobile
game.
game?
Well, yeah,
mobile game
mobile.
or on mobile, or like the same the Dead Space 1 or
Yeah, it's a mobile version, but it was an iPad I played.
Gotcha, yeah.
Touchscreen and everything.
Bagel Surveyor 191. Why would I watch Alien Covenant when I have a perfectly good Alien and Aliens right there?
Alien Covenant's not even an Alien movie. Like, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
It's like it felt like he wanted to
Left
make
is
a
learning
movie
what it's like
about
to be a
AI,
live streamer.
and then was like,
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll throw some aliens in.
Is that what it is? Is Covenant the one? Which is the one where Michael Fassbender plays the flute with himself?
that's Alien Covenant.
Is that Covenant?
Yeah.
That scene, great. All the Fassbender stuff's great. It looks amazing. All the characters are monstrously stupid in
Yeah.
both Prometheus and Alien Covenant. Alien, you could release if you changed a couple, literally, like I think the shot of it outside at the end in space, it looks stupid. Like the suit looks stupid. If you fixed that shot, you could release Alien if it hadn't come out. If it wasn't a franchise,
Yeah.
you could release Alien as filmed today, and it'll be a huge hit. It'll make $1 billion.
It's so aesthetically pleasing. Like Ridley Scott just
doesn't
nailed
age.
it on that first one, and then with Prometheus and Covenant, it's like he really had. It's clear he was more interested in the AI component, and then just sort of shoehorned Alien in there.
Yeah.
Like it killed the mystery of the xenomorph. I didn't need to know where it came from.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
And the xenomorph, to get to the xenomorph in the movie, the xenomorph is not like. Tell me like this like Rube Goldberg device of like getting to the alien, because it's like the goo turns you into like the guy from RoboCop, like the mutant like radioactive mutant like mutation from RoboCop. The goo turns you into that, and then somehow like the other guy gets infected with the goo, has sex with
his
the character,
wife, yeah.
and then the baby that was gonna be made from that has to like get extracted, and then that makes a face hugger that that infects another person. Then that's the alien. It's like
It's so dumb.
it's like the path to get there
Yeah.
is so crazy.
Where it's like this idea of just like through years of evolution and biology, this perfect biological weapon just exists out in the galaxy. You don't know where it came from. You don't know why it exists, but you just know it can wreck your shit. Like that's what's scary about it, you know? Whatever. I did not like those movies.
It's so potent, that like idea. And I read, you can go back and find the original draft that was greenlit of that movie, and it's different. There's a lot of things that are different. A lot of the characters are different, but like all the pieces are there. Like it's like the script that got it greenlit from the studio, and you're like, all the shit's there. Like it's refined, and like you can tell like other drafts, and they cast actors, and the characters are better in the released film. But it's like from jump, like that movie, like whatever that was, I forget the screenwriter that wrote it, or like
John Spates, I believe.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's like that one, like it. The original movie or the new ones?
John Spates and Damon Lindelof, I think, did
The new
Prometheus.
ones. Oh, yeah.
And then
Which-
Michael Green did Covenant, which was disappointing because he killed it on Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah. So Damon Lindelof, he'd be like, "Ugh, roll your eyes," until Watchmen, and then I was like, "Fuck, man!" Like, all right, well, Damon Lindelof's
And
like got.
leftovers. It's like when you give
yeah.
him his own lanes or let him just kind of like do his thing. You can see
Yeah.
it there.
Left, do you know the whole thing about Dead Space? Have you played Dead Space 1?
Yes.
Do you know the whole thing about the first letter of every chapter and what it spells?
No. What?
Which one?
The first letter of every chapter spells the biggest spoiler in the game.
Really?
What does it spell?
I didn't even know that.
Spoilers
You guys
for
ready
the
at
original
home?
Dead Space.
Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen Did You Know Gaming or know Historically Online. Every single letter of the first letter of every chapter spells out the word Nicole is dead.
Oh,
Oh.
snap.
Yeah,
Dang.
Interesting.
yeah.
Is that the person alive? Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know that
Oh no,
person that
she's
worked-
crazy.
the person that worked on this and his team, Glenn, he's the one who also created
Closer
Callisto
Protocol.
Yeah.
Protocol, yeah.
Which is wild seeing like the remake of his baby and his new baby coming out in so close proximity.
Yeah. Oh, they got
Oh,
to
boy.
get Callisto out. Like they can't delay it because Dead Space is coming for.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We'll see which one. Well, if we Twitch Heaven, if you're listening,
Twitch heaven.
can we get a poll asking chat if they're excited for Dead Space remake or Callisto? What are you doing, Jirard?
She was like,
Leave that poor woman
she was
alone.
Like, take my thing, and then she fell over, and the game's like, she's now an object. So
Oh, so it's
That's
the
just
game's
games
fault.
in general.
the game's fault.
The game's
right?
fault. You're like Jeffrey Dahmering this weirdness.
Let's not.
No, okay, sorry, too far. So can we roll that back? Can we cut that out?
No, we're in Twitch heaven. It's not how it works.
All right. I was gonna say, are people more excited for Dead Space remake or Callisto? It's like, do you want to re-experience something you love, or try something new that you might love?
Well,
might be your new favorite game.
Here's an issue that might happen. I heard, might be wrong.
Don't break an NDA. Don't break an NDA, Danny.
No.
Okay.
No, Dead Space remake might cost $70.
It's going to cost $70 because that's the price for a modern console.
Yeah, and isn't that what
game.
EA does? Like,
Yeah.
fucking
EA is not really known for
dude, I paid $70 for
For
the
remakes?
20
They don't really like
not for
money.
remakes, but
not
like,
for remakes.
but it's EA.
True.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen different packages, of
They
course.
hate
But,
money.
but
Yeah.
No, they,
EA hates money.
My phone died, so I gotta like open my computer.
I didn't know you were a comedian, Jirard.
If chat haven't was looking
Why, thank you, Joe.
something. Did we get a poll or not yet? Oh yeah.
Hang on, it's up.
So the
Well,
new-
Protocol might be
Callisto-
cheaper, so I think people are gonna go to the cheaper.
You think
side.
it's going to be cheaper?
You think that game is not gonna be $70?
It's got to be.
It's a
Callisto
full title. It's a full
Protocol?
release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look it up, Twitch.
What do you-
Twitch Heaven.
Look it up.
Somebody
Twitch
go
Heaven.
pre-order
Here, Twitch
Callisto
Heaven.
Protocol
Hey,
right
Twitch Heaven.
now.
Twitch Heaven.
YouTube and Twitch Heaven, please look it up for us.
Twitch Heaven only
Guys,
does
chat
balls.
is not dead. They're alive. Well, maybe for Halloween.
Well, you
Maybe.
don't know that.
I'm not judging.
This
you
room
know?
could be purgatory for
You're
all
right.
we know.
You're right.
Um,
For all we know.
Chat has voted they are more excited for Callisto Protocol.
It's a new game.
Hey, yeah,
But-
I don't know. Sometimes people are like, I like what I like, and I
Nah.
don't want to try something new.
Dead Space is gonna be good, so I'm gonna play.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, someone said Callisto Protocol is 72.
Yeah, they're both
Yeah.
70.
What?
Both 70?
Which I don't want to come across
U.S.
corpo.
dollars?
U.S.
I don't want to come across as a corpo. But how long have games been $60?
Go full corporate. Left.
up until
Talk
this,
to him.
until this generation.
Nope, negative. Even back in the days,
They were like, when did it start?
Nintendo days, Sega.
They were
even Nintendo
stupid
64
expensive back in the day.
$70, $80.
Right,
Nintendo
right.
games
So
were
and think
$100.
about this. I would talk about like how many people, like the resources and like the work hours it takes to create games as they've gotten more complex has like exploded. Like it's gotten like more. And I'm like, and I'm not saying like don't like gouge people, but like when this is like at a certain point, like Hulu goes up $3 every 6 months. Right.
None of us
And no
bat
one
an
likes-
eye.
I'm like, right, and like people do complain, but it's not like a revolt, and it's like going from
Right.
$60 to $70. They're like, oh my gosh! I'm like, and I get it, like things are tight, like, but it's also like I understand.
No, I get it. It's like it's the uncomfortable conversation of games are getting more expensive.
Is this what you want, chat?
There's so much like labor that goes into them. I personally,
$60, $70.
I would rather
Next gen graphics.
Remake this. Ugh.
I personally, I don't think games need to be like hyper real. I like good art styles. I just wish there was a way that I don't think games need to get bigger and bigger because they're kind of reaching a point of
Notice how
many
the
games?
limbs will not go off of this one.
Yeah.
At least not as easily.
I feel
think
like
you're
the reason we get so many broken games is because they're like
Yeah.
trying to do so
Not
much.
precautious.
Whereas if you scale it down, you're probably cutting back costs and you probably could deliver a functional game within a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
So it really comes to like, what do players want? Chat, what do you want from your games?
You know what? It was during the PlayStation CD days, PlayStation 1. That's when everything went cheap, the games.
They were cheaper to make the.
Everything was
yeah.
expensive, and once PlayStation started releasing games for
'cause it
cheap,
was
they
a
were like,
disc
"Oh
and
my
not a
god, this is
cartridge.
great!"
This is when they went off a cartridge.
Yeah, that's what it
Cartridges are
was.
genuinely more. I don't know the figures, but like cartridges,
They were pretty expensive.
they take more
expensive.
expensive, and then like
Way more.
you get like a stack of CDs, which is like 5 cents a piece. You can just
And it's even more expensive if it's from a third-party company because now they have to pay for the licensing from, like, let's say Nintendo or any other company. So they're gonna charge $10 extra.
Ooh, I like in chat. Someone said like remakes should be 40. It's like so. I think dynamic pricing is probably the answer.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the idea of like if I'm because this is pressure. Oh,
I agree with you. What it should be, because we all know, everyone tracks everything. We all know everything. And I firmly believe this with The Last of Us. The Last of Us should be The Last of Us Part 1 should be $70 to anyone who has not owned a copy of The Last of Us. But if you own the PS3 version and the PS4 remaster, The Last of Us Part 1 should be $20.
So like,
See, that makes sense.
Yeah, I would have
I'm
paid
down
for
with
And
that.
that, and
I
that
would
just
pay
give him your personal information. Let
they've
him have
already
all
got
of your.
it. They've already got it.
Everyone
That's-
knows everything about me.
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, Insta, they all sell your information.
Yeah.
I mean, sign in with your PSN account. That's it.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I like that, especially if they like that. So you get a bonus. Like if you're coming back, you get a break.
Well, he's
Speaking of breaks,
Speaking of breaks, on that
end,
on that downbeat note, we have
That
to go.
downbeat note.
We have to go pay some bills. Also, speaking of money, so stay tuned. Jirard's gonna keep eviscerating.
They have to work for their meal.
If you
doing that.
all the chapters in the stream, if you spell it out, it says Jirard is dead.
Well,
That's Jirard is cool. Smiley face.
Jirard is cool. Smiley face.
one of the chapters starts out with colon.
So we're gonna be back from break.
See you guys soon. Just know that I'm the best.
Charger.
I got a charger on my desk if you need it.
Oh, okay. I've got one on my
Power
bag.
brick and everything. Hello, everyone.
Oh, hi.
Welcome back.
We're back.
Welcome back. Spoiler alert. I won. I want.
Also,
Sorry. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Joe.
for the chat for the poll, they want less of their games, not more. Which reasonable chat. I respect y'all.
Wait, less of what was the
So we
poll?
asked them, what do you want from your games, more or less? How are you talking about how you have to put more in a game, but it costs more, might come out broken, or you put less in the game, it works
It's a
really well.
smaller experience, significantly less expensive.
Do you want Cyberpunk 2077, it's December 2020 version, or
Yeah.
do you want Hades?
Or do you want Vampire Survivors for $3 until like 2 weeks from now? Because then it'll be higher, and you'll still have to pay for it.
Follow-up
Or-
question from chat. What are you going to pay for the Vampire Survivors remake in 10 years?
In
$6.
10 years,
In 10 years.
$6.
$6. Loyalty program, $3 again.
Or you could have all those games available on the subscription service.
Ooh.
Your
True.
game.
Pass.
True.
So I'm just like, so we're just talking, right?
Pie in the sky.
Oh yeah, we're talking.
Homie's talk.
We're not hot
The-
taking. We're just chilling.
You talked about like dynamic pricing, whatever. Like, what if there's like digital games releasing? The more people are downloaded the game, the more expensive it gets.
That doesn't make sense because I feel
That
like
makes
the whole,
no sense.
the
Why do you
whole
want
point
It's like
of
the
digital
NFT marketplace of games.
Yeah. So you're like, if you want,
Mario World, $375
it
digital.
only works for digital releases. I'm just the guy asking questions.
So I think that the digital marketplaces that
I mean, there's the cap. It's not gonna be like $300 to get
I
or
just-
Ragnarok.
It's an example like this. Like Avatar came out in the movie theaters, right? Will you pay
I'm
for
listening.
extra? Will you pay more to watch the same movie with no changes. It's just in a bigger screen.
Go on.
And in 3D.
Oh, it's in 3D?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was in 3D.
Avatar. I was Avatar invented 3D. Avatar
I mean,
kind of
it
invented
basically
modern-
did though.
Like, if there's no changes, then it doesn't make any sense.
Okay, but like I've paid to see Scott Pilgrim in theaters many a time over the last decade.
Well, if
What-
it's an IMAX version,
I paid to go see the Dolby Cinema version that they did for 4K.
I will go. If it's an IMAX version, just because of the graphics and everything that's in the movie, like I'll do it. You know?
Oh shit!
By the way,
Oh,
are we
don't
starting the
listen to
game?
that
We're not
audio
starting the
log.
game.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, we're not
showing
on
on
the
the
game
us.
at all.
Oh my god!
it's fine. You didn't miss anything. Just that these guys.
So this is what's cool is that there's a philosophy in this game of to not ever,
No!
to have interactivity the whole time, so you don't actually stop for cutscenes hardly ever.
Ugh.
And like this thing of like you're like basically like getting plot and like listening to like a diary about like what's going on, and then enemies attacked you in the middle of the audio diary or the audio log.
I would not do well in this environment. I don't think I would survive that.
Like as a
What,
person,
real life?
yeah.
Oh, I'll be dead a long time.
Yeah.
A long time.
I would be like scared senseless.
oh yeah.
That's what I was
that-
trying to do, but I forgot.
This was a part to me was a game changer when it came out back in the 360. Was seeing the energy bar, the health bar in the back.
Oh yeah.
Back
yeah,
of the
that was
suit?
really cool.
That was really
you
cool.
know, the thing I love about this game is how basically all your HUD
Dude, look
is
at this.
designed
They
on
knew
your
from the
body.
beginning. To
Yeah.
miss
Such a
us.
cool design choice.
They put this in the beginning for us to know the marker just right in plain
Oh,
sight.
I love it. Like, well, and the marker. So, like the end. This is like the end of the game when it's like you see the marker
Yeah.
itself, and it's so big, and it's like, oh, the wind is howling, and it just feels like so. This is like this. This is why. Like,
Ah!
did it?
Oh, it
it's
was
like
just physics.
lurched.
Damn it!
It lurched at
Them
you.
death
It was
spasms.
physics.
Oh, wait, look at that. Is it a? Does the medical model? Yeah.
That's what you're gonna look like in 5
That
minutes.
ass.
Look at that butt.
Dead ass. I shouldn't have laughed at that.
I'll take it, Lev.
That part of this game is like it feels like you're like I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to like I don't remember exactly all the tasks you're doing, but you're like
I don't
trying to
wanna
like
get-
get Nicole,
Just,
like get on the ship, get the fuck out. And then
Oh,
it's like
shit.
when you get to the planet's surface and you get the marker and you're like moving it on the giant treads and all that stuff. It has a sense of inevitability, like
Oh boy, here
like,
we go.
almost like those horror
Oh, that was
stories
it.
where it's like you were always going to end up here. You had no choice.
Yeah.
It's like you were already dead or you were already whatever. It's like there's this inevitability of like you have to move the marker like something else has been in control the
Yeah.
whole time. And it's like it was always going to end here. And it's just something very cool about that. Like, and I was thinking about like this is kind of similar. This will make sense maybe. Thinking about the Doom movie with The Rock. The Rock introducing the Xbox, Dwayne Johnson, the Doom
Full
movie.
circle. Terramana,
Yeah, it's like they make-
Jumanji,
you make a Doom movie.
Jumanji 2.
The Mummy.
Black Adam this month.
I don't know if you've seen the meme where it's like 4 shots of The Rock in like a jungle with like a khaki like torn
Yeah.
shirt,
Yeah.
and it's like these are 4 different movies.
Yeah.
It's like the
Guys, I
Jungleverse.
thought that was Jeff Keighley for a second.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Just for like far away.
Chat, take a
No,
screen
it looked
grab,
like
put Jeff Keighley's face
No, it
on
looks like the chef. What's his name? They was
You
on
know,
Food
I
Network.
thought you were gonna say Dune, and I was like, yes, that makes sense.
Nope.
Because that is Paul Atreides' story. There was only one way this was
someone
gonna
in the
end.
Discord, if you do not have Dead Space 2 on Steam, I think you can buy it on Steam. I think it's on Steam now. The first person in the Discord to make I will give the best Photoshop of Jeff Keighley promoting the Game Awards on this image right here. I will buy them a copy of Dead Space on Steam.
So wait, that was a big wind up. So what do they need to do there?
They need to Photoshop this image right here to be a promotional item for this year's Game Awards.
It's
Okay.
which would make sense because Game Awards get bigger every year. Now they're advertising it on
The
Ishimura.
exactly. It's gonna be in the remake. We all know
Yeah.
it.
I love it.
First person to put him in the Discord. I will join the Discord. Rejoin it. Oh, this guy's not.
Oh,
gonna...
it's the baby.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, that looks nasty.
Bye.
Ragnar Axum pointed out, Morbius is on Netflix, so if you want to have a horrifically bad time for this Halloween, watch Morbius.
You know, I'm gonna
Netflix.
skip that. I'm very precious with my time.
I'm gonna say, you know that meme of Chris Evans from Endgame? I don't think I will.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say it's Morbin time, and
wow.
It's never Morbin time. It's never Morbin
I
time.
was gonna say, is there There's not a Morbius game, is there?
No,
I hope not.
If
No.
Don't have that.
Mother God!
Oh.
No! Kick the baby!
Oh, that's right. You kick him like a football.
Ah!
That's like the move to kick him off.
And
Forgot
that's
about
the
that.
experience of watching Morbius 2022.
But it's more like the baby is cute, but doesn't really do anything and passive, and you're like, what is this?
what's the thing too? And then like Matt Smith like is dancing.
Yeah,
Like that's like
he injects himself with the Morbius serum that Morbius does to himself, and it like makes him
dance.
he's
He's like because he feels good. He's like,
I almost say he's a cripple, which sounds like I'm making fun of.
They both have like the same
They
genetic
both- they
disorder.
both have they both like have a
disease.
certain like limp or and so when they take the Morbius serum, it makes them superhuman.
So even in the Sony corner of the Marvel universe, the bad guy is still just a mirror version of the hero. That has happened in like so many of the movies. There's
did
no
it,
like
did it in 2 Venoms, and both were bad.
I saw like a shot of Carnage, and like he doesn't even really look red in the movie. It's like it's all just this like.
He's also not scary. He's just like, I have very strong feelings
Which
about
is
Venom 2.
huge disappointment because like Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy, you're like
That makes
should've-
sense.
Yeah, like
they should have
Natural
sent a
Born
poet,
Killers.
like perfect, like
Right.
Yeah.
you know. And Woody Harrelson is like, I mean, like someone has gone through like such a career and has like ended in like, it's like and now like. Weed's gonna be legal. Is this like? Are we allowed to talk about this online? Like Woody Harrelson he did it. He lived long enough.
The best.
This is his moment.
You know what the best Woody Harrelson interview is of all time?
What are we talking about?
It's when he's being interviewed for Solo, a Star Wars film, and I think it was IGN or someone who like asked him like, "What's your favorite Star Wars movie?" And you can see the look in his eyes. He's never seen a single Star Wars movie, and he just goes,
He panicked. He was like, I
"A
don't know.
little film that I like to call Solo."
Oh yeah, he's like he found the phrase like
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah, it took a little bit, but he got there.
Oh, that's amazing. I will say, the trailer material for Solo are like
Very impressive stuff.
amazing. Like some of the best
Solo,
trailers.
I actually really liked. I think it was severely underrated, and it had the stink of the other episodes of Star Wars on it. I had really enjoyed
I
Solo.
think the problem with Solo was like the directorial change for me. So in the lead up to Rise of Skywalker, me and my friends watched every Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Every weekend, which made that movie so much more disappointing because you were so excited.
Yeah.
But watching Solo, we were like, it's not bad. It's just 5 different movies in one.
Yeah.
And if they just focused
doesn't
on
know what it wants to
yeah,
be.
if it just focused on one of those movies, I would have had a great time.
Great time.
It's like, is it supposed to be an origin story of how Chewie and Han met, or is it supposed to be like you just don't know?
Is it a heist movie? Are we learning about
it
like
buddy-
crime in the galaxy?
buddy comedy?
Yeah. Are we learning about the origins of him and Han? Or
Yeah.
him and Lando? Are we learning
Is
about
it the
like
parsec jump? Like, is that what this movie's about? And you're like, it's actually none of those things. It's actually about kind of spoiler alert. It's kind of about Darth Maul. Like what is
Oh,
happening?
yeah.
yeah. There was just too much going on, and at the same time, not enough going on.
Yeah.
I gotta start watching.
Oh,
the
don't do it,
latest,
Gerard. Don't
2
do it.
episodes of
Just walk
Andor.
through it. Just
Yeah,
time
it's great.
Two.
Time it.
Okay.
No, it's
No, like I'm
kill
excited
you.
for that. Rogue
Time it.
One. Like honestly, the
No.
2 things
Oh,
was Rogue
come on,
One.
Trina,
we're watching
you're-
Rogue
Left. It
One.
doesn't work that way.
I know. I wanted to see you get killed.
So the fact we're getting more
Here,
Rogue
you know
One
what?
stuff.
How's this work for you? If I grab this dead body,
That's
over
just-
here, what if I just?
It's,
Here you go. Is this what you wanted?
oh,
That's what I wanted.
This is what you
it
wanted.
just
Look at
feels
that.
bad, man. That was a person.
He was
You
already
can't
dead.
think about
One
it.
and
You
two.
can't think
The
about it.
aliens were gonna turn him into one of them anyways. So this is a great way to shed some pounds and just prohibit them from becoming an alien.
They're gonna do a.
Shout out to Joey Headset. Solo had too much product placement for red Solo cups. That even Lando chugs 15 beers was gratuitous. I agree. I agree.
You know, I feel like they need to work on a series, Dead Space. I think this would be like the perfect.
Oh, it'd be like an HBO show.
HBO, Netflix, or Prime Video, doesn't matter. Just release it.
Oh!
That was good.
That was really good.
Tell you what, I'll take that.
Take that money. Gonna buy myself $1,200. I'm gonna buy myself a shiny copy of the Dead Space remake with no change left. No change left over.
No change.
Here's a question: do you think The Last of Us, right? The series is coming out
Yeah.
next year. Is this only going to be 2 seasons and that's it? Because how are they going to do that with only 2 games?
I think it's going to depend on who watches it, because
They will come up with another story.
and then God knows that they're gonna take parts from what would be a part 3. They might take parts from the multiplayer game that they've been hyping up about the factions. Like they got some leeway.
So I'll say this: a movie versus a TV show. A movie can be like a story. There's a story as a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
For a TV show to work, it has to be about
Xbox.
a world. It has to be about Xbox, the original.
It
Xbox.
has to be about green Xboxes.
The original.
It's just like so beefy. It's like it's such an Xbox on the ground.
I mean,
Is that a reference to that they built the original dev? Like they used an Xbox dev kit to build the. I don't know.
I don't know.
Game was
You know what I do
Because
know?
it wasn't. It was multi. It was not exclusive.
multi-platform, but I think they had
Yeah.
the marketing
Yeah.
rights for this game. I think during that time.
You know what else they had? Commercial breaks, which we have
Oh.
to take.
Yeah,
Seamless segue.
Perfect.
I know. I
Perfect.
tried. I tried.
Yo.
This is actually a great spot.
that
to
was
stop.
amazing, Joe.
I tried.
Props to
We have one last break we're gonna take, but stay tuned. More Xplay Kickback coming at you.
Yeet.
which you couldn't even see, but it killed you so fast you couldn't even like I didn't have time to sort out. Oh, we back?
We're
Hi,
back.
Hey, what's
hey,
up?
chat.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were talking about
Talking about the medium.
The medium.
Medium.
That's
a great game.
Which I like this.
I
I
enjoy it.
like the atmosphere. I like the spookiness of it. I like the kids with the ceramic doll faces. But then there's a part at the end where the big tall monster is chasing you. Like what you're supposed to do is just book it across the room and get away from it.
Yeah.
And it can't follow you. But every sequence before that, you're just hiding from it. And I would just got killed over and over. And there's not enough time because it kills you in 2 seconds. So you don't even have time to explore the room to figure out what you're supposed to do. And I had to look it up because I died 20 times in a row. And I was like, what the fuck's happening?
There he is.
You know what? This is a great question for also for Jirard because we've been reviewing
cheeks
games
out,
for a while
chilling.
now. For me, when I review games, I play it normal, right?
Yep.
If I see that I just don't have the time to complete it, I will put it in easy. the easy difficulty if I
yeah,
have to.
Yeah.
No,
So like for example, like Quantum Break, I got
Yeah.
to the final boss normal, right? I couldn't figure it out at all. I went back, put it on normal, easy, completed the whole game, then went back, play it again, but now the hardest difficulty. So I've done that multiple times in the past just because of timing, because there's so many games coming out during that time. But is it like that for you guys or no?
I did that with Stranger of Paradise, but to just scratch my gamer head. I played it on hard, and then I got to I got towards like the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this got to be on normal because I want to see how this wraps up.
Yeah.
And I don't have the
This is
time
so
to keep,
dangerous.
like,
I'm like,
riding
I'm just gonna
through
go ahead and
this.
upgrade while that thing.
But generally, I play most games on hard. If it's for work, I usually go normal just to try and get.
Really? You start the game hard right away? Not for me, man. You know
I-
what? I have to complete it normal, then I go back. And if I really enjoy the game, I'll go back and play.
I start on the hardest.
You're wild.
Knowing,
You guys are wild.
no, only on games that I have to review, knowing that there is a trophy associated to it, so I never have to do it ever again.
Yeah,
And then my second New Game Plus playthrough is either on the more unlocked harder setting, or I then will kick it to normal or easy and just be like, hey, now I get to have fun and just experience the game. Where before I was like looking at the barrel of a gun trying to get to the end.
It kind of started the same way for me because I would notice back when we first got achievements is that if you beat the game on hard, you'd also get the achievements for beating the game on normal and easy.
Yep.
So it's like if you want to just rack it all up, might as well go straight to hard mode.
Yeah.
And I like a challenge.
But like say a game like Alan Wake, again, that game and this is like my top favorite games from the 360 era. I finished it first normal, then I went back, completed the whole thing hard.
Where are
I like
you?
100%.
There you
I
are.
figure
I
out
remember this
everything in the game. But I like to take my time because when I go back and play the game, I find out stuff that I missed it during the first time, the first
get that.
round. Yeah, so I like to enjoy the game, not just like have a hard time and I can't finish it. You know?
If it's a more story-driven game, yeah, but not to be able to get good guys. But it's like there's that feeling of like just doing something really hard and then overcoming it, and you're just like, "Fuck yeah, I did that!
Yeah,
I killed that guy!"
yeah.
And that's why I love Hotline Miami because there's no easy mode in that game. It's just hard. It's a hard off jump.
Oh,
Well, Sifu's a hard game.
Yeah, Sifu's hard, and I've been having fun with that.
step off.
But that one's like stupid hard.
Really too hard.
Yeah.
Too hard. You play that, Sifu?
I haven't got a chance.
That
to
game
play it.
that game is hard.
I haven't
Oh my
played
God.
Sifu, although I did go back and play Trek to Yomi.
Oh, great game.
And I'm not the biggest cinephile, like, in general, but, like, I was so enamored with how much care they put into, like, creating, like, the contrast levels and the black and white, and, like, how it's, like, it really feels like, you know, one of the
Really
black and
feels
white, like,
like
Kurosawa
your Trek
films.
to Yomi.
Yeah, like, it, and, like, that, and, which is something, like, I don't get geeked up about that kind of stuff generally, so I don't know, it just struck me the right way. I was like, I had such nostalgia, you know, and not nostalgia is the wrong word. Just like this, like
A reverence.
yeah, this sense of like of like time and place of like filmmaking. Even though it's a game, it's like but giving nods to like filmmaking that was like top of its craft at the time. I don't know. It was a whole mix of emotions with Trek to Yomi. Yeah.
I get you. There's like some games really just nail that.
Yeah.
Who wants a
I did
piece?
talk about. I did play Dynasty Warriors 9 for
Again?
a review. No, not again.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
Sorry.
Not again. But that's probably what I have spent the most time playing in the last.
Since the relaunch of G4, the
Probably.
most time you spent is on Dynasty Warriors 9. That means that all of you at home, for this, for less mental health, go back and watch our Dynasty Warriors 9
you gotta
video.
watch that video because that just really made me sad. Like,
It's so I see in the chat saying like I'm not the biggest cinephile, but after so yes, making my point. Also like
get him.
why I was so
through the streets.
why Trek to Yomi was interesting. Maybe it's because it's a game and not a movie. If a movie tried to be like, look, it's black and white. It's just like the old like it's like The Artist that won Best Picture. That's the black and white one that won Best
Yeah.
Picture, right? I fucking hated that movie.
My movie club. Why did you bring that up? Last night, like the group chat for movie club was lit up because my cousin and one of our friends were just going in on The Artist. I missed this week's meeting. I guess they were really upset that The Artist won Best Picture that year. I saw a little bit of it. I was like, that's a movie.
Yeah, it's like and that the stuff it feels incestuous when it's like a film about when it's a movie like obsessed or in love with. It's very rare. It can be done, and I can like connect with it. But like movies that are about like making movies about Hollywood, it's like it just feels very insular. I'm like, the movies and TV is like a medium to tell other stories.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to watch stories about. I mean, part of it's like being in the entertainment industry as well. Yes, G4 counts as the entertainment industry. It's like, oh, like we think about this stuff a lot, and like other experiences. I think it's like a game about game development. Not to be too cute about it. I'm like, I would probably.
I don't know. I feel like there's a good simulator game right there. At least like a satirical one.
Yeah, there was a satirical one. It was where basically I don't know. It might have been indie developer or something. There was something where they made a game and it's like you could pay for it, or there was like if you got it for free off a download site, like basically like seeded. I'm butchering the details of this lore, but they like seeded the code to like a piracy website, and if you downloaded that version of it that they uploaded themselves as a free pirated version, there was a mechanism to where you could never actually beat it because like piracy would always like prevent you from filling it, and you'd always fail due to piracy. And there was like people would post about like this game's broken, all this stuff. I can never win it because of the piracy thing. And it's like they're trying to. I don't know how well.
To tell you, hey, pirate the game.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I forgot what game that was. I remember seeing that. It was basically people telling on themselves because if you couldn't beat the game, clearly you stole it.
Yeah.
My favorite example of that is Just Dance Michael Jackson edition.
Oh my
If
God.
you played it on the DS and you pirated the game, it replaced all the music with the sounds of Venezuela's from the Olympics.
Oh.
So like everyone who pirated it was like, what's with this version on the DS?
Also, shout out to chat. That game we're referring to is Game Dev Tycoon. Also,
yep, Tycoon. That's right.
Gonna bring it on back as we close out this stream. I did see the G4 dub of the Mario trailer simply because it was happening across from my desk as it happened.
Oh shit, gotta
So
go.
I was listening to Casso redub that trailer. But I think it's about time today, yeah?
Is
Can I say one more thing?
Say one more
Say it.
thing. Get off your chest.
I just want to say there's a video coming out that Joe worked on. I am very excited and proud. I'll probably be working on that project.
Hype it up.
I can't wait. I can't say what it is. Super cool.
I hope
Make sure to watch Xplay.
it'll be this Saturday. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope we didn't gas it up. Hope we didn't gas it up too much.
It was amazing work. Amazing work. That's it. That's all I have to say.
But yeah, that's been our Xplay Kickback. I hope you guys had fun watching us. Did you guys have fun kicking back?
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
You know what I will say? I didn't die once.
Dang.
You've actually
good.
No, this is hard difficulty?
real
No, this is medium.
real gamer
why.
hours over here.
Look, I've only gotten hit twice, so it feels good.
Okay.
I will say that Jirard, your aiming is on point.
On point.
Thank you.
Like I can see you're lining the shots up.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
not
trying.
you're not panicking.
No,
You know.
Never scared.
nah. When you do this for 11 years, people expect excellence,
Mhm.
and you then spend your time practicing games in advance, which is a real thing that I do, and it haunts me at night. With that said, have a great night, everyone. Thanks for coming by.